So we get into the drug addiction and sort of, yes, I was introduced to drugs, methamphetamine, just to give you the bit of context and the depth of my drug abuse. 2 weeks. 2 weeks was the longest binge I went on. 2 weeks straight, no sleep. Now I'm a father of two and on parental leave. I struggle to stay up for 6 hours in the day. So 2 weeks was sort of, mind-blowing. That was the extent of my drug abuse. And these two go hand in hand, drug addiction, which led me to prison. While I was in that gang, I felt my life was threatened, and a kind of a belief that I was formed from a young age was, if you want something, you go out and get it by whatever means necessary. You rob, you steal, you kill to get what you want. And that was sort of a belief that was formed from a young age. So when I felt my life was threatened by this gang that I was in, I went out and committed a number of crimes that I'm not too happy about, but it's all part of my story. I was sentenced to 5.5 years in prison, and while I was in prison, the party just kept going. You know, there was very little to do with rehabilitation while I served that 5.5 years. And while I was inside, I went into my second drug-induced psychosis from memory, and that's when I was put in the mental health unit, the psychiatric wing. You know, I was fantasising about killing people and murdering people and eating people even. Like, this is how crazy my mindset was, the frame of mind I was in. I was that fried, but yeah, just the urge to want to hurt someone was so real. And when I was talking about at the start of my presentation how I wanted to kill myself, this is when I was in that sort of frame of mind. I was stuck in a single medical cell with 2 cameras, and I had like doctors and psychiatrists and psychologists and all the staff just monitoring me, and I was just trapped in the cell when I remember I had 6 months to go on my sentence, and I'm just trying to survive. But the voices in my head, kill yourself, just do it, just kill yourself. And I remember there was a razor blade on the top of my bunk. That was the only thing in my cell that I knew I could harm myself with. But I looked at a photo of my little sister and my mum and dad at the time, and I was just trying to hold on, and I said a little prayer, and I was just kind of screamed out to God, you know, if you're real, just save me, you know. And that's when I didn't hear no voices, but I just felt this presence, like telling me that it's going to be, you know, all good. So I started rubbing off all the 666 and upside down crosses in my cell, and I knew I'd be fine. I guess what I took from being in prison, that experience was pretty traumatic. I seen things, I did things, and I took sort of just being grateful for being out and being free and having a thing like a pillow and a bed and food in your stomach and a roof over your head. That is kind of lessons that I took from being in prison.